you're going to get 9 out of 10 people to sign. So if you have 15 sales appointments coming in, you're going to get 14 of them, 13 or 14 of them to sign. And now you have, if you're doing a 21-day trial, you would have another 2.5 weeks or whatever to make sure that they stay on and don't cancel. Because then if you get 13 or 14 to sign, but then you never talk to them for the next 2.5 weeks, you're going to get 10 of them to email in saying, hey, I don't want to continue. And then there goes your 3 to 4 out of 15 rather than your 8 or 9 out of 15. So what you want to do is follow my onboarding program or come up with some kind of onboarding system so that way they don't feel like they're just a number. So you need an onboarding system. And I'll give you a quick overview here, but again, in the Fitness Marketer Lab, you can go get the step-by-step of my actual onboarding system that we used with the checklist to make sure that everything is getting done. But the main thing with the onboarding is you have to get them some kind of result. If they don't get any results in the next 2.5 weeks after they joined, they're probably going to quit. So you have to make sure that they're getting, so I always say, let's just try to lose the first pound, in that first week. That's the goal. Let's just get some kind of result. Because how many of you guys, have had somebody come in sitting in front of you and you don't have to say anything when they tell you what the goal is and you tell them that we're going to, try to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week, and they're like, yeah, but I know it's going to take a long time to see results because it took me a long time to put it on. It's going to take me a long time to get it off. I know, and I'm like, well, who told you that? Like, well, that's what my last couple trainers, whatever, they all told me. And I'm like, well, that's what a trainer that isn't very good or can't get your results tells you. You should be getting results from day one. As soon as you start changing your eating habits and start working out, the high intensity intervals, you're going to see 1 to 2, even 3 pounds of weight loss every single week, depending on how much weight they need to lose. So your goal is to get them some kind of result during the trial, because if they don't get a result during the trial, then they're going to lose hope, lose faith, and quit. Also, you want to do a like an introduction to your group, your Facebook group, intro to Facebook. So we treat everybody that signs the agreement form as they're already a member. Like we just assume they're not going to email and cancel. We don't hold anything back. We treat them just like our members. So we put them into our members' private Facebook group, and we introduce them as a new member, even though it actually hasn't gone through yet. And we'll do a join me in congratulating post in there. Join me in congratulating so and so, so and so, and so and so. To our our fitness family, and then I tell them when they sign, they're like, hey, I'm going to introduce you to all the members in the Facebook group. We're a really tight-knit group. We have hundreds of success stories. There's got to be a few people that have been through the same things that you're going through. So I'm going to ask you what your biggest hurdle is to reaching your goal. And if you can share that, you're going to see how supportive this community is, and they're going to help you get through whatever issues you're having with losing weight. So I prep them ahead of time. So then when I do this intro in the Facebook group, I introduce them all, and then I say, hey, if you guys could do us a favor, just let us know what the #1 thing is that's holding you back from reaching your goals. And you hope that one of your members answers them. I give it 30 minutes, and if nobody's answered in 30 minutes, I gave an answer to they're being vulnerable and sharing what they're struggling with. You want somebody to answer as soon as possible, and not necessarily you. They won't feel. I mean, it'll be nice for you to answer, but they'll feel like if a total stranger took the time to answer their question, that well, this place is different. People actually care about each other and whatnot. So in the first 15, 20, leading up to that 30-minute mark, if nobody's answered yet, I'll send a text out to a couple of veterans, that we have in the group that they've been there for a while, maybe one of the charter members or whatnot. And like, hey, can you go into the Facebook group and answer a couple of those questions from some of our new members? I really appreciate it. And they'll go in there and give a good answer. If nobody does, then you go in there and make sure you put the answer in. And then maybe you can tag somebody else that has a similar issue. Like, hey, so-and-so, remember, when we talked about this, you're going through the same thing. And I'll tell them, what you did. So I'll call them out in there as well, but it's better if they answer first, and that way that new member is like, wow, this person doesn't know who I am. They took the time to help me out on day one, and that's going to help that's going to help them stay on board. They're not going to want to cancel after that. The other thing that we do is we buy a t-shirt with our logo on it, and we ship it to them. And we do like print on demand. There's a bunch of companies that you can use. Printful is one that we currently use. And you can send them the shirt. So you're shipping it directly to their house. and you'll get an email when it was delivered. Once you get the email when it was delivered, you're going to call them up and you're like, hey, just wanted to call and check in on you and see how everything's going with your results, and how's boot camp going, or how's the program going so far. And they're going to let you know, like, oh, by the way, did you happen to get the shirt that I sent you? And they got it. And like, oh yeah, I just got it today. That's great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So you just gave them something. So now you can ask for something. So what I would ask them to do is like, hey, do me a huge favor. Every month we do like a selfie contest. Put the shirt on, take a picture of yourself wearing it, and post it as your Facebook profile picture, and let everybody know what's the best thing you like about our program, and use the hashtag, and then have like a special hashtag. Like for ours, it was Baltimore FBBC, and they would use that hashtag, and then I let them know that they'll be entered into our selfie contest where we give away prizes every single month. So we do the selfie contest, and what they're doing is a public declaration to your brand. They're taking a selfie, posting it as their profile picture on Facebook, then letting everybody know what they like best about your program. Oh, I just joined this program, and it's awesome. The people there are so nice. They've already been helping me out because you already introduced them. They've already helped them out, and they're doing a public declaration, to your brand, a public commitment to your brand. And to do the selfie contest, all you do at the end of the month is you just go in and search that hashtag. You'll see everybody that posted a picture with your logo. It could be a t-shirt, it could be holding a coffee mug, whatever you got, holding it up and saying what they like best about your business. And then if it's like 40 people, then I go to like a random number, app. You can find any website. You just Google it, it'll come up. And you put in I need number 1 to 40, and then you hit, and then it'll show up. You can do a screencast so everybody can see you doing this. If it's like the number 7, go back to Facebook and you just count down to the 7th person on that put the hashtag up, and you announce that as the winner. Use that for your marketing or whatnot, and you have a winner for your selfie contest. We used to give away like a free cut and color. We had a hair salon that would give us a free cut and color. We had a massage therapist that would give us a free 30-minute massage. We had a smoothie king that would give us like a $25 gift certificate every month to give away. And then we had a gymnastics center that would give 1 month of gymnastics for somebody's kids. So we'd mix up the prizes for the selfie contest. So you want to make sure that you're doing that during the onboarding process. Get that public commitment to your brand. The other thing that you want to do, again, you get that initial result, and this is like week 1. And then this is also week 1 where you're doing the intro, maybe towards the end of the week. Selfie contest, the shirt's probably going to take a week or 2 to get there. So this is probably like week 2 going into like towards the end when they're about ready to have to make, not necessarily make the commitment, make another decision, but just stay on board. And then at the end, like I like to set a goal for like the 21 days or whatever the trial membership is, rather than their long goal. Have a goal just for the trial membership. So they got their initial result here in week 1. I want to make sure that they're going to hit their goal for the entire, trial. So make sure that they hit their goal for the trial membership. And then the last thing you want to do is another follow-up consult. And for the follow-up consult, so we let them know that we offer unlimited follow-up consultations. So for any reason they're not on track to reach their goal, they can come in, we'll go over their diet line by line and get them back on track. And whether they're hitting their goal or not, we still want to schedule that second follow-up consult, because we want them to log their meals, and we want to go over it. We want to schedule this for like a day or 2 before their trial is up, or a day or 2 after, like really close to the end of their trial membership. Because if they show up to this follow-up consult, they're not going to quit. If they show up to the follow-up consult, then you know that they're coming in. I mean, it would take a really awful person to come in the day before, take your time on going over their diet and helping them just to cancel the next day. It's just not going to happen. During this consultation, we go over their diet line by line, and then we sell them supplements to help fill in the holes in their diet. So we always sell them like a protein, a greens drink, and some kind of fish oil, crow oil. And by doing that, you're going to get an extra $30 to $40 in profit every single month from the same person. So it's a free consultation, but you're also going to make money on the back end through supplements. So that's the quick version of the onboarding training. You can get the full version at Fitness Marketer Lab. But by following this, you're going to have, out of those 13 or 14 people that signed, you're easily going to have 8 to 10 people that stay on board after the trial membership is up, and that's going to double the conversion rate from 3 to 4 out of 15 to now 8 to 10, out of 15, if not 12, 13 if you follow everything.